Namaste. Today we are going to start class 6th, 7th chapter, India's cultural roots. So in this class today we are going to organize a class as a way that there will be two parts. In one part the textbook related points will be analyzed, and next another part there will be a basic things that will help you to understand the India's cultural roots. Along with this, I would like to uh, tell you that before you enter in this video, you should watch all these 6 previous video to understand the India's root, because India's root is not a thing to show you in a particular video in a single class. To understand this thing, you have to watch, you have to read lots of things along with it that is related to this topic also. So let's start today's class with this session. There will be two things. One, that will help us to understand India's and its roots. India and its roots. What is India and its roots? From the ancient time, when the existence of human civilization is found in India and Indian territory, it is BCE or Millennium Fourth. So, Millennium Fourth means 4000 BCE. In this time, the Sapta Sindhu area, people started to inhabit it, and after that time, a series of things happened in their daily life, and along with this, the Ved have been written in this Sapta Sindhu river. I have told you in our earlier video that there is an India map. And in this area of India, the Sapta Sindhu, where the Vedic culture in the core area, that is Sapta Sindhu area, and it is considered by the expert that Ved written in this area, because all these things related to these words and in hymns, all these. Then today we are going to start at the thing that will help us to understand the India and its roots. First of all, one by one, we would like to touch all these things. In this BCE, 6th century, first time the concept of Rashtra have been emerged. In history, we have know that there is a 16th Mahajanapads, Mahajanapadas. Among them, there is a two, that is Magadh. Magadh become the first power as a sovereign. 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 So what is the meaning of sovereign? First independent state. It is considered first independent state in India. And along with this, there is also a Kashi. Kashi is nowadays in Vaishali. Uh, it's considered the first strong and powerful state among all these 16 states. And along with these, in South India, there was only one state in South India, that is Asmak. And all this thing is not mentioned in your this text, so I would like to request you to take this thing seriously and add this to your study in this chapter to understand more precisely and better. After that, this period, the emergence of the India thought of school. There is a two type of India thought of school. One is after decline of Vedic area, there is a Vedic society when the people and its culture are slowly declined after the emergence of the this period, the Buddha from the 6th century and the after Buddha, Mahavira, Jainism have been emerged in India, and it's help us in our society to understand the difference of Vedic culture that is not for the people sometimes. So in the Buddhism, the local language, it's called Pali language, have been practiced in the society to share this thing in society, to practice this thing in society, because in the Vedic period the one and only language that is Sanskrit, and Sanskrit is a language of priest, that is not a people language. All these people could not understand, and this thing, thus the society is dominated by the Brahmin at that time. So along with this, there is a series of changes in the history, and all these things, not only these but all the science institution like Nalanda, there is a 20,000 of students and 100 of teachers in nowadays Nalanda, Bihar. And not only the study of religious thing but also the practice of medicine and astrology and phonetics, debates are also practiced there, and not only from India but also the Middle East and Asia and other part of Tibet. The people come as a student to learn and teach also there, and this is a very famous, and it's called considered one of the oldest university gurukul in India also. So in this period, after this area, there is a series of changes. How it changes? The society depend on its culture, depend on this basic function, that is administration. The emergence of Rashtra have been started after this time. A series of conflict, series of Samrat, monarchs have been emerged after decline of Buddhism, Jainism throughout the India all over, and all these people are uh, become a control of state matter, and thus the India become a place where roots not only the 1947 or before 100 or 200, but also it a series of 4 5 6,000 years ago. So we call that the India is a very heritage culture. And I would like to share you one thing also, that in your textbook there is a another area, it's called sorry, in your text one thing is mentioned, that is UNESCO. UNESCO is considered India's Vedic things as a intangible side. What is the intangible? Intangible is that is thing for people of a particular area to practice in society through a traditional way. So this called and 2000 in 2008 UNESCO recognized this India's Vedic things as a intangible area or site or thing. Along with this, we would like to share that in your text there are lots of things that is mentioned, that the thing are about your Vedic area, about your cultural, about your thought of school in this time. and we would like to discuss all this thing through a point. Before going to do this, we would like to share there is a thing that is I have missed in this area, and when the emergence of state and administration political have been started to grow, a type of taxes is composed or imposed on the people as bhag and boli. What is bhag and boli? You should know this also. Bhag and boli, because when you are running a state, having power, it means you are gaining something from somewhere. It may be money, gold. So people at that time, the samrat at that time started to emerge due to one thing, because the people are giving taxes. Without taxes, the samrat, there is no existence of samrat or emperor. What is bhag? Bhag is the one fourth of our cultivation. कल्टीवेशन क्रॉप्स जो है, कल्टीवेशन जो क्रॉप्स है उसका वन फोर्थ जो है, कल्टीवेशन क्रॉप्स का वन फोर्थ ऑफ कल्टीवेशन क्रॉप, दैट इज भाग. एंड व्हाट इज बोली? बोली इज वन सिक्स ऑफ कल्टीवेशन क्रॉप्स. कल्टीवेशन क्रॉप्स, that should be remembered. So along with this, we would like to move towards the next theme, and this is going to be changes of society, how it is. At that time, there is a time of period, time of scale. It is 1500 BCE, 1000 BCE, and 500 BCE, then 1 1 BCE, and 500 BC. So when you are going through this period of time scale, it is considered that the Upanishad, this area, Upanishad, a concept of text that is based on Vedic area, it is Upanishad. In this period, or this period, have a significance act on the society of affect, that is Upanishad. Upanishad. And what is Upanishad? Upanishad is a uh, text that is depend, that is from concept of Ved. And after that, there is a thought of school of Indian thought of thought of Indian school. Thought of Indian school. Indian school. What is the meaning of school? These school is two meaning. Nowadays, school is a institution, and at that time, the school is means the group of people who believe in a particular thing. In that time, people believe that the Upanishad have a significance impact on society, and that leads to generate a new thought of new religions or religious, that is Buddhism, Jainism. Even Ashoka believe in Vedic chimes, Vedic things, but he preached his own thing that is slightly separated than the Vedic things. He have mentioned many things like Ashtangic mark and lots of things. You may search this in your text, so I'm not going to elaborate this. And today we would like to mention the text context. What is the context of your text that is written on your text? And I would like to explain this to understand your text better and nicely. And there is also lots of text in this period, this thought of school. What is important of this period? Importance of this period. In this period, lots of Upanishad based story have been started to emerge. That is a philosophical instinct in ancient time. That is also believed in nowadays to read, enjoy, and implement this thought of philosophy today's life and education and culture. So today we are going to start a little bit thing that uh, we know the Aryabhatta. Aryabhatta is a renowned person at that time who have invented not only zero but also geometry, shapes, and many things. That is the actual root of Indian culture civilization. Before the world know, we know it. So that is a thing that we should remember while we reading our Indian past as a roots. And along with this, there is a thing that society have been started to emerge as a pillar with the four things, that is Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. This is what is Brahman. Brahman is Brahmanism. Those people are learned Sanskrit. They have authority power in the society. The people who are ruler actually, they are Kshatriya. So they have a higher position than the Kshatriya. The, at that time, the Brahman occupy the higher position than the Samrat. It is considered because they demand that they have born through the Agni as a goddess of that time. Vaishyas, these are people who are traders actually at that time. So people are doing trade and helping Kshatriyas, Samrats, and all these two people are having profit from this particular area, and they have a bridge communication in between them. And in the last we people are Shudra. All these three part, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, Brahman, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. This is warrior. The warrior सैनी जो है warrior जो है those people are fighting for their territory and these people are priests and people are traders. And so what is Shudra? Shudra means a type of people which are serving the upper three caste or tribes. Upper three caste are served by them, and they are the very normal ordinary people. They are potter, they are charmer, they are the people who work for the upper three class society and their own along with the cultivation. Shudra, the common people, common worker. ठीक है? All these things you should know before you start this chapter. And along with this, today we are going to discuss one thing, that what is India's roots, cultural roots. In our India nowadays, it is India, Bharat. Our national Ashok Stambha, it is also derived from the Ashok's Stambha. That is nowadays in Sarnath, that is called Ashok Stambha. It is considered an significance symbol of our Indian ancient past. I am not going to repeat all these things I have mentioned earlier on our previous video, even today. I will touch only those that is not mentioned there. And there is also, I have mentioned that there is a Upanishad base. There is a three type of Upanishad. I mentioned in your copy. One is Chandogaya, Katha Upanishad, and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. In Chandogaya, what is this? There is a boy who sent to learn his Ved and learnings in the childhood. He came after 12 years and asked by his father, a simple question that what is the importance of thought. Further said that the all the different pot we make from clay, and they are different shape, but all these things are origin are from a clay. So it's depend that the all these things are moral, and we would like to stay genuine with our own soul. And in our ancient time, the soul that's called atma, it's given a higher preference for the spirituality. Along with this Katha Upanishad, there is a boy whose name is Nachiketa. There is also a story about this Nachiketa. You may read this also. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also are there. There is a renowned rishi that who name as Vajannavalka. So this rishi came to court of Samrat, and he was called because a moment have been organized that all these people from the court may ask question to the